That's bright, isn't it? That's going to stand out.
That is bright because this is, I did a video the other week saying, show me a better budget feeder reel, and we did the 2 Nytro reels. Can you remember, Tom?
Yeah, I can.
Right, this one is very similar reel to the other 2. It's the only difference is this one comes with that bright, nice braid on it. Can you see that?
Let's get it in focus. It is bloody bright, isn't it? The Horizon Bait Up. So
this is basically a bait up feeder reel.
Right.
So you get the reel from Nytro, the lovely reel. These, they are a reel with 200 meters of 0.16 braid on.
Yeah.
$69.99.
Bloody hell. So it comes all ready to go.
All ready to go. Now the braid itself's worth 18 quid, something like that, as it is.
Yeah.
So the reel again is back down to 50 quid for a feeder reel. Now I have also bought myself a couple of these. I've got one for my bait up rod.
Yeah.
Because I think value for money, and I just like that size of a reel. The size of that reel for me is spot on. And I have also bought 2 of these, and I've took the braid off and I've put some 012 braid on them just for feeder fishing.
Ah, okay.
Because I just think that reel is a fantastic reel for anything, not just for bait up fishing.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it does bait up work, it's got the gearing in it to start with.
Yeah.
So it'll be plenty strong enough for my bream fishing this close season. So I have bought 2 or 3 of these this close season, and from this next weekend they will be getting some bashing in. So we shall do a product review on these in a probably a month's time, and we'll see how we're getting on with them. But I can also tell you, I have been away fishing for a couple of days, and for 3 days solid I tried to break that reel, and I tried to break the braid, because I've struggled in the past with some braids for bait upping where they've looked the part, and then obviously you start chucking in and you end up getting cracked off with the braid because it's not up to it. This braid, and I don't like saying this, but it's got to be, this is one of my little punts where I don't like saying to people, is that's got to be one of the best braids I've ever used for bait up fishing. And I aren't just saying that. The only braid I have found what is better than this, but it's 3 times the price, is the Berkeley Whiplash. That is probably the best one, but you're talking nearly 40-50 quid for a spool of that. But as a normal bait up feeder braid, this is the best one I've used. So you can buy it on the reel for $69.99.
Oh, 60 yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, $69.99. Or you can actually buy the braid itself on a spool, so you get 200 meters on a spool for $16.99, which is 50 yards more than most companies and a little bit less money as well. But that braid for bait up work, from what I've used it already, it seems to be bomb proof. I've used it for 3 days solid, and I did try to break it on my line clips, you know, just striking with big heavy feeders full. At one stage I was chucking an 180 gram feeder full of ground bait, pellets, casters, worms, 60 meters.
Yeah.
For half an hour solid. I used a full tub of ground bait and bits and pieces, and I just wanted to put it through its through its paces, and it stood up to it easily. So for me, that is one of the best things I've used lately in braid fishing as well. So all my bait up braids now will be this from now on.